clarity, Lord Father God, with boldness, with courage, God. And I just pray, Lord Father God, that you make it clear, God, that even a child can understand, God. Lord, you increase as I decrease. In the name of Jesus, we all say,
Amen.
Amen. So, just to give you a background on what's taking place in this story, it's it's the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And there is a king by the name of King Nebuchadnezzar that created an image of gold, and he kind of ordered everybody to worship this idol. And for those that were disobedient, he was going to throw them in the furnace. This went for everybody. So there's people that don't want to be thrown in the furnace, so they're going to just flow like elemental be sometimes. You know what I mean? So
come on now.
So there were, and then also soon after that, so then after Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were three bold men that they didn't want to, they weren't even trying to hear that, man, because they knew they had a God that, that's alive rather than a piece of gold. Amen. And then so fast forward, they're taking a stand. They throw, so King Nebuchadnezzar throws them in the furnace, and the king starts tripping out because he remembered that there was only 3 guys thrown in there, but there was an extra guy in there. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
And how many of us know that God won't allow us to be alone in the fire?
Hello.
Amen. So if you guys are taking notes, I'm going to label this message, staying on fire through the fire.
It's good. Mercy, Jesus.
So, like I said, they were thrown in the fire, and then people were, the king was tripping because there's an extra guy in there. And they came to realize that, man, the gods did save them. You know what I mean? So we need to be people like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
That's right.
That take a stand for what we believe in, regardless of the outcome. Can I get an amen?
Come on now.
We need to be people that don't compromise.
Come on.
People that are not easily persuaded for what the world does. Can I get an amen?
Come on, it's good.
I mean, I'm guilty of it. At one time, I saw everybody doing that, and I'm like, you know what? I want to do that. You know what I mean? But in these times, in these days of age, man, the world needs people that are gonna stand like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Amen. Amen. So, excuse me. You know what I mean? So, they stood their ground. They stood their ground. They knew who they were believing in. They weren't pushovers. Look to your neighbor and tell them, don't be a pushover.
Don't be a pushover.
There are people willing to take a stand for Jesus. Someone once said, if you don't stand for something, you fall.